What a night. What a night for Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappé once again stole the show, banging in 2 goals as we pick up a dominant 3-0 win away from home against Oviedo. This victory not only keeps us perfect with 2 wins out of 2 in La Liga, but it also shows that Alonso's slowly building a team that can mix youth, experience, and world-class superstars for sure. But let's break it all down. We're going to break everything down. As always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know what you thought about this game. What did you feel about the performance? What did you feel about the players that were lining up today? There's a lot to talk about, people. There's a lot to talk about. Ooh. All right, first half. Of course, Madrid won. 2 goals from Kylian Mbappé and a goal for Vinícius Jr. as well. That's beautiful to see. It's always good to see the forwards getting goals. But the massive talking point today and the biggest news today, right, before we talk about the game, is Rodrygo starting this game. You know, we've been calling for Rodrygo to start ahead of Vinícius Jr. just to send a message, you know, not just to send a message, to show Vinícius Jr. that there's a chance you can be on the bench, because Vinny's performance has been awful for the past season and the past few games as well. And Alonso finally made a decision to bench Vinícius Jr. and started Rodrygo. Not only that, he also started Carvajal ahead of Trent Alexander-Arnold. That is also a big call. Mastantuono gets his first start today ahead of Diaz. There's not a lot of politics in that. But the main thing I want to talk about is Rodrygo started this game. You expect Rodrygo to perform. And I don't know. I don't think he did. It was an average performance for Rodrygo. I don't think he performed at all. This game, of course, first half, Madrid, controlled the tempo as expected against a newly promoted side, Oviedo, which they were buzzing to play at home, but they sat so deep, similar to what we saw against Osasuna, just try to frustrate us. Low block. Alonso mentioned it last week. We haven't really practiced playing against a low block. And again, Oviedo did the same thing again today. And boy, oh boy, it worked. It really worked. We tried to break them down. We just could not break them down. The breakthrough, of course, comes through Kylian Mbappé in the 37th minute. I think it was Traoré with a tackle, which, by the way, we're going to talk about Traoré's tackle. We're going to talk about whether that is a foul or not. But just to focus on the goal, Traoré puts in a tackle, wins the ball, passes the ball to Arda Güler, and Arda Güler finds a beautiful pass to Kylian, and Kylian with an insane turn, and then a trademark finish, bottom corner, 1-0 Real Madrid. That goal basically silences the home crowd, and it reminded everybody that when Kylian Mbappé is on your team, you only need to have a chance. People talk about Lamine Yamal this, Lamine Yamal that. Lamine Yamal can't do what Kylian Mbappé can. You understand? But to stay focused, that goal caused a lot of debate online. It caused a lot of debate between Barcelona fans as well, because a lot of people think that Traoré's tackle was a foul. And if you ask me as a Madrid fan, I have to be honest, I've seen that given. Nowadays, I've seen that given as a foul. Just because you get the ball, it doesn't allow you to wipe the player. That is a new rule. So I have seen that being given as a foul. In this case, lucky Madrid, that wasn't called. And I put my hands up. We got lucky on that one, for sure. But after that, second half, of course, Oviedo tried. They tried to be brave. Madrid controlled the midfield again. Alonso made a couple of tactical decisions. Carvajal, try to be that outlet on the right-hand side. Try to be the second offensive guy on that right-hand side next to Mastantuono. It didn't really work. We tried so hard, but we just could not break them down. We struggled to break down Oviedo. Yes, the result says 3-0, but in terms of performance, if you look at the performance as a whole, I think it's the similar performance. It's an almost identical game to the Osasuna match. And I did mention I was worried about Osasuna's match after the game, of course. And this game also worries me, Up until that first goal, we barely created anything. Arda Güler had one clear-cut chance, and that's really it. That's really it, the whole first half. And in the second half as well, we struggled to open them up again until, of course, the goal comes. There was one chance for Valverde, but that's really it. And then there was another chance for Kylian Mbappé, of course, set up by Vinícius Jr. Vinícius Jr. did come on in the second half and replaced Rodrigo. And after he came on, of course, Vini Jr. did outstanding. And there was some controversial moment. The moment he assisted the ball and Kylian Mbappé put it in the back of the net and made it 2-0, Vini had some sort of like a shout towards the bench. I don't know what it was. I'm not going to put words in anybody's mouth. But is it directed to Xabi Alonso? It could be. It could be. How dare you bench me? Never bench me again. Maybe that's what he's saying. Maybe that's what he's saying. But we did see today that Vini still the better option in this position. Yes, Rodrigo was so frustrated when he got pulled out. 60 minutes, I think he was given 60 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 60 to 65 minutes, and he was fuming. But again, Rodrigo was useless today. He didn't do anything. It's not just him, by the way. The whole team didn't really perform as a unit to break down teams. That is still something that we need to work on, and we still haven't figured it out yet. Mastantuono also got hooked around 60 minutes. Diaz came in. So Diaz replaced Mastantuono, and Diaz also tried to help us on that final third, of course. But again, no outputs from them. But overall, if you ask me the performance, I'm a little bit worried, but I'm also happy with the result, and I'm also happy with the win. But Mbappé, again, without Kylian Mbappé, man of the match, Kylian Mbappé. If he's your man of the match, make sure you smash a like, because without this guy, where would we be? I mean, 4 goals now in 2 games. He is just banging in goals left, right, and center. Arda Güler, of course, the key player for Xabi Alonso. Again, find an assist today. He was decent. I thought he was good in the first half, but second half, he started to tire, so Alonso had to replace him. Valverde run around alongside Chouameni, try to hold down that midfield and try to protect the back four, really. But there were no threat. I mean, Courtois had to make 1 save. Oviedo, of course, they could have equalized this game. It could have been 1-1. Before the 2-0, Oviedo had a massive chance. They hit the post. So we have to understand, this game could have been a draw. On another day, this game could have been a draw. So we need to realize that. Yes, it's 3-0. Yes, we are happy with the result. But again, performance has to improve massively, massively. Trent got some minutes today. I don't think he played that much. Ceballos got in. Gonzalo Garcia also came on today. And Brahim Diaz also, I spoke about it already. But pretty much business as usual in terms of results. But in terms of performance, I think there's a slight worry. There is a slight worry. Next game for Real Madrid is against Mallorca. Of course, this is going to be another match. Mallorca got destroyed by Barcelona. Let's see what Real Madrid can do. I want to see us progress. I want to see us grow in terms of confidence, grow in terms of understanding how we want to play, because the team still looks understanding. The team still needs to find a way to break down low block teams. And this could be another match where Mallorca can just sit deep and do the same thing that Osasuna did. So we need to be prepared. We need to be prepared. But as things stands right now, of course, up top already, you can clearly see Barcelona 2 games, 2 wins. Real Madrid 2 games, 2 wins. Villarreal also won. Atletico Madrid are struggling out of 2 games. They still yet to find a win. They're struggling. It looks like the title race is just going to be between Barcelona and Real Madrid, as always. As always, it's going to be between those 2. But yeah, that's it. I mean, look, Vini off the bench. Probably now Vini's going to start the next game. That's the feeling I have. That's the feeling I have. But anyways, Madrid walk away with 3 points and a clean sheet, another clean sheet as well. And it looks good. It looks good. What did you guys make of the performance? Let me know in the comments. Should Trent be starting over Carvajal? Why did Carvajal start over Trent? Is Mastantuono ready for more minutes this season? And most importantly, would you start Vinícius Jr. ahead of Rodrigo next week? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.